All right, all right. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the bonus stream. Nice Sunday bonus stream for you guys. We got a lot of great content that we're going to be going over because Liam Robertson from Unseen64 and on the Did You Know Gaming channel dropped a bomb. Sorry, the music was muted. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so yeah. Dropped the bomb. Brand new Donkey Kong game that apparently was supposed to be in the middle of the Nintendo Switch's life. That was canceled. Canceled. And not by Nintendo, surprisingly. By Activision. Wow. Crazy stuff that we're going to talk about here. We also got confirmation. 100% confirmation that Bobby Kotick is... I mean, we already knew he was a sleazy douchebag. But now we have 100% confirmation about the full story surrounding the Activision Blizzard fiasco disaster. With more context, I mean, we already knew that it was bad, but now we have more context. Liam Robertson from Unseen64 has uncovered even more dastardly, slimy, like twisting the mustache type of backstabbing that Bobby Kotick did to not only his employees, but other executives, letting them fall on the sword while he looked like some type of hero. Insane. And a confirmation that Bobby Kotick 100% threatened another employee's life, apologized for it, it was recorded in a voicemail, and he did end up settling out of court. So I know that there was that one guy, world renowned, he usually comes in later, that was defending Bobby Kotick and saying that stuff was made up. Absolutely not. Bobby Kotick, we finally, I mean, the stuff was available before, but now it just reiterates what happened. That voicemail with Bobby Kotick threatening the life of another employee is 100% true. 100% true. He apologized, but his lawyers said that it was hyperbolic, so it was no. He threatened the life of another employee factually. He knew the problems, the harassment, the issues at Activision and failed to act on it, and was only saved because Call of Duty sells well and the Activision board members didn't want to disrupt share prices, stocks, and money. This isn't opinion. This isn't, oh, hearsay. This is fact. Not at this point. Not at this point. So, all of this, I'm pulling this information from a fantastic journalist, Liam Robertson from Unseen64. Did You Know Gaming had the video on it where they went over pretty much like a double feature. It was Donkey Kong and what happened to that game, because obviously Nintendo probably would have wanted to have a new Donkey Kong game out outside of just Tropical Freeze. So what happened to the Donkey Kong game that was supposed to be coming out, and the Activision stuff? So we're going to get into the shout outs, and then we will start with Donkey Kong and the information there. But let me clean my glasses first. I have a little speck at the top. So we'll do that, and then we'll get into it. So yeah, shout outs to Dior. What's up, Dior? Welcome to the stream. Anthony Smith is here as well. What's up, Anthony Smith? Shout outs. Welcome. Party Man is here. The man that loves the party. Volcanic SF. Ava Cook. Iskow. 1000 Year J2. Yes, for real. Taurus. What is up? Chalice DJ. Nin128 says 100%. You need to get 101. We are 100% full. Cleaning the glass with the invisible cloth. The invisible, it's kind of invisible. You kind of see the outline of it. The invisible cloth. So yeah. Ghost Fixer. What is good? Welcome, Ghost Fixer. So I hope a new 3D World Donkey Kong game does come to the next Nintendo hardware, next gen hardware. I mean, we could still get a Donkey Kong game for the Switch, but yeah, it's looking more likely that'll be a Switch 2 thing, but I have no idea how it's going to be constructed. Screw Activision. I know, pretty much. Screw Activision, man. I mean, they were terrible. I mean, obviously they've got new management and they've got, you know, it's really Bobby Kotick. I mean, he was really one of the main issues, and some of the senior staff and some of the staff that was fired for being complete douchebags. But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy to see kind of like what happened. I do also want to go over a couple site things that are happening right now. We had a brand new buy now before rare video, our first one in 2 months. So it's really cool to see people really excited about that and watching the video. I'm sure there'll be way more people watching it tomorrow because I just uploaded it like randomly this morning. But these are evergreen type of videos. They do well over, you know, month, 2 months, 3 months. So if you have not seen my evergreen videos of the buy now before rare series, make sure you check it out. Here's the volume 18. Buy now before rare. Volume 18 is up. Got Red Dead and more on there, so make sure you guys check that out. Put it in your watch later list. Shout out to everybody who's already watched it right now. I already have almost 1,000 views, going on 1,000 views for it. So heck yeah, man, sounds good, right? So we got live stream right now. We got stuff to watch later. I'm gonna work on some more content for you guys, some more like evergreen, you know, Switch list content. I want to work on a Metroid video for you guys too, like a big Metroid video. That I've been thinking about doing for a while now. So I'm going to do some research and get a Metroid video done for you guys coming up. So I'm excited about the content, man. It's a lot of good stuff. We've been having evergreen videos pretty much every week and then supplemental news videos. So it's been a good flow, rhythm to the channel. Just a little slow in terms of new subscribers, but we'll get that once things pick up when it comes to Nintendo content, right? Yes, my volume is low. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, whenever I'm on the Spawncast, my volume becomes really low because of the thing that I use, or the thing that John uses. So yeah, it becomes very low, but it's going to get better right now. So that should be a lot better. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to adjust the volume. But yeah, whenever I go into StreamYard, for some reason, the StreamYard app jacks the volume of my mic. It like lowers it down to like 30 or something like that, 20 to 30, so you can barely hear me, and I just forgot to adjust it. Good thing I didn't record any videos. I would have totally forgot last night. So I didn't record. I already had my buy now before rare video recorded before then. So yeah, thank you, Focus on Me. Appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. I heard most believe the reason why there's so many layoffs happen because of corporate greed. Part of it is corporate greed and ballooning budgets, Sean, and then inflation. So it's like corporate greed, ballooning budgets, inflation. These are like the three things that are causing it. What's up, Sweet Life? Welcome to the stream. Bobby Kotick needs to never work in the industry ever again. I don't think anybody's ever going to hire him, but he got a crazy golden parachute. He's insanely rich. And, you know, he doesn't really need any more money for the rest of his life. He's very well off. I mean, if anything, him, his kids, and his kids' kids are well off, you know, if they save their money correctly. But yeah, I mean, at some point, he was making like $100 million a year, you know? Like, that's more than any of us would make, like, maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 lifetimes. So, you know, he's very well off, so he doesn't really need any money, you know? He's got powerful friends in Hollywood and powerful rich friends. So, I mean, if anything, he can get a job doing something else and they can keep it on the low. But yeah, I don't see him heading up any other company or anything, you know? So yeah. So it is what it is there. But yeah, it's all good. It is all good. Let's see here. Shout out to David V. Hey, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream, man. I don't get golden parachutes. You couldn't do your job right. When there's enough money to live off the rest of your life, you don't get golden parachutes. Golden parachutes are contractually tied. So like when you become a CEO or when you become that high level position, you usually get stock within a company, right? And then if you leave for whatever reason, that stock is cashed out, right? So that's the golden parachute. Like there's always clauses. If anything happens, you get this, like a severance almost. So no CEO or most CEOs, you know, are going to be like that. So it is what it is. All right, just ban a few people over on Twitch. But yeah, that's kind of how it works, Vice. Shout outs though. Welcome, Michelle. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs to David V in the stream. What up? What up? Huddy is here. Dave in Games. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Cloud9. What's good, Cloud9? Shout outs. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome, Dior. Dave in Games. Hey, shout outs to Dave in Games. Yo, JV. What's up, JV? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Good to see all you guys here, like always. Good to see all you guys here. Ava Cook, Volcanic. Shout out. So let's get into the Donkey Kong game, shall we? But before, Christian Miro with the $3 dono.
Sup OJ in chat.
Sup?
Can you believe they had a Donkey Kong game that got cancelled? At least it wasn't announced first. Here's a gaming vibe for you. Was playing Kirby Return to Dreamland DX at my local Japanese bookstore shop at the Kirby merch section.
Okay. That's cool, but yes, it was canceled. So essentially, here's how the Donkey Kong game went, Christian, and I'm pretty sure you know this, but so Vicarious Visions, who they create, Skylanders, and they did Tony Hawk. They're a company within Activision, but before then they created really cool, ports, technically impressive ports of games to Nintendo hardware. The founders were really big Nintendo fans. They were brothers, and they created their own, company, and they ended up being bought out by Activision. And at one point, they worked on Skylanders with Donkey Kong in there. You guys remember that? They worked on that, and Nintendo was pretty impressed with that. So then they were able to put together a very small team within Vicarious Visions, very secretive. Not even the employee. No, most employees didn't even have access to this area with key codes, access, secret, all this stuff. And they were putting together about a team of 10, a small presentation, a small demo, or a small little slice of gameplay to show Nintendo an open world Donkey Kong game. Open world Donkey Kong game where you would grind on like vines, and like you'd have like banana peels on your feet to grind on vines, and you would have momentum based gameplay and item collecting, and of course combat and all sorts of stuff. So think like DK64, but really good instead, or better than that, right? Or an evolution of that game, but maybe not as much collecting, right? And they showed it to Nintendo. Nintendo loved it. Nintendo seemed to be okay with the game, but Activision was not. Activision consistently tried to pull the staff, make them make Diablo, make them make Call of Duty, make them be support teams on Destiny. And as time went on, and I'm paraphrasing here, and make sure you guys check out the full documentary. I'll link it to you guys from Liam Robinson. But as time went on, people got tired of working there, and it got boring. They weren't able to have their own creative freedom. Then eventually they were just absorbed into Blizzard, and they gave up their name and all that. Now the company founders and many of the employees that worked at Vicarious Visions beforehand now are at a new studio called Valen. And they were the developers behind the Mario Kart Home Circuit. You guys remember that game? The Home Circuit, which I didn't even know. But yeah, the brothers that created Vicarious Visions, they are now teamed up with Velen. And yeah, they created that Mario Home Circuit. They made a couple other things too, like innovative type of weird games that use like peripherals and use different type of things to play. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Nintendo contracts them to make a new Donkey Kong game. Probably not, but pretty cool. Pretty cool, to see the whole story, but sucks that the game was canceled because Activision wanted it canceled. Activision said that they can't go forward with the Donkey Kong game because it would take resources and time away from their live service crap, They also canceled a lot, like an open world Skylanders game that was going to be like more in depth, a bit more in depth and have like a new NFC, two-tiered NFC toys and stuff like that. They also canceled that game too. So yeah, Activision, man, they're crazy, dude. Activision's crazy. Plus, he also went into more of the Bobby Kotick stuff, which was confirmed, that Bobby Kotick is a slimy douchebag. Christian MeWorld, you are now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Thank you so much, Christian. I do appreciate that 3. Anybody that's 3 or more, you can pass them up on the board. And Khalid with the 21 months of Jonin says they tried. Yeah, they tried. They really tried, but I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo has a big 3D Donkey Kong game ready to go. I just don't see open world and DK meshing well. I can see it meshing well. Because DK64 was like a thing. That wasn't open world, but I mean, it was okay. There's just too much collectibles. So I can see them just doing more of an open-ended Donkey Kong game, like where you can go where you want and do puzzles and do all sorts of different type of platforming levels and different type of things. I can absolutely see that working. You know, like a hub open world with different areas to do certain levels and stuff. Absolutely. Have like a main base where you can go back. Apparently, according to Nintendo liked it. They were willing to go forward with the project, you know? Yo, shout outs to David V with the JoJo.
I hope your day is going great, OJ. Can you play some XB Gower Plains?
Yes, I can play some XB Gower Plains. I can. Thank you so much, David V with the JoJo boys. Thank you for the big $10. First JoJo of the bonus stream. We're up to 4 on the combo board. Let's go, guys. Bonus streams are only usually an hour long, but we can get that extended out with the combos. Let's go. Thank you guys for the support today. You are the new Hokage and Stream Ninja. Anybody that's 10 or more, you can beat up my man, David V, at the top of the board. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your support, like always. You can also get another track if you want another track, David. Let me know. I'll get you another one. Just put it in the chat for the JoJo. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Nintendo's weird stuff 50% of the time they may not work. Nintendo like weird stuff 50% of the time they may not work. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's 50% of the time it might not work. That's hard to say. I mean, if you look at Nintendo's first party games, most of them usually turn out pretty well. So I don't know if 50% is if that's accurate. I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate. If it's 50% of the time. Let's see. Sure. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 incoming. Yeah, I got you. I got you on that one. Absolutely. Let's see here. Gar Plains. Oh, what? Okay. Let's see here. This is what I hate about people in charge. They think that they know what's best for others when sometimes it's not. I mean, it's not like they didn't think it'd be cool. They just knew that they would want them to make Call of Duty because Call of Duty would infinitely make them more money, you know? So then like Donkey Kong. So I think that's really what it came down to. It was just like, yeah, well, that's cool and all, but yeah. You know, it's not, Donkey Kong ain't the same. You know, let's see. Yeah, you overshot the mark there, buddy, with that. Yeah, 50%. That's wild to say that like 50% of the stuff doesn't work. I mean, I don't think so based off Nintendo's titles. Nintendo has 60 first-party games that have sold over 1 million. 62. So most of the stuff that they slap their name on is successful. They have, but I don't know how many. I think they've done maybe about 70-something first-party games on the Switch. I don't know what the number is, but I know that they have around 60-something first-party games that are tracked over 1 million units. So yeah, 50% is a little bit. That's definitely not correct. But that's okay. I'll take anything at this point, even if I want more 2D country games. I mean, I would like something new, but yeah, I mean, I would take like a new 2D Donkey Kong Country. But I think it'd be cool to get something kind of different, you know? But yeah. Shout outs though, guys. Let's see. This is what let me see it. Let me read here. Hey, what's up? The Glasses 61. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, brother? Feeling good today, man? How we feeling today? Hey, shout outs. Abunka Gaming says, hope everything is well. Everything's great, man. I had a good breakfast. Played with my son. Finished up my video that I did. So, for you guys today, so it was good. Can't complain. What's up, Luano Z? Hey, what's up, Cuts Lenovo? Welcome. Gore Plains. I personally loved DK64 as a kid. It had its issues, but it does a lot of cool things. It really does. So if they evolved that to where there was like cool parts in between, those great levels where you can go into and play, I think it could absolutely work. I mean, listen, Vicarious Visions, they're pretty good with like the platformer, that type of game. They're pretty good with that. That Donkey Kong mode in Skylanders was really good. It wasn't bad at all. It was good. I wish they would re-release those, but make it where you don't need the toys. You can just play the game. I mean, that would be fantastic. But Activision's stupid. I mean, they piss me off, but so they won't want to do that. But Man, that'd be really cool if they actually just re-released the Skylanders stuff, like a collection, right? Where you can play like the games without the toys, but they're so stubborn. By the way, OJ, what's up? Hope the weekend's been good. I've been on streams just lurking. Hey, it's all good, Clive. I know you always lurking around. But yeah, everything's been good, man. I hope you're doing good. How's everybody feeling today? Let me know in the chat. What's everybody's weekend been like? Let me know. Let's take a little break from Donkey Kong, or you can talk about it if you want. And we can discuss kind of how you guys are doing today. Shox is feeling good, or feeling okay. Volcanix is sick. Oh, you're sick? Sorry to hear about that, man. Are you, what type of sick are we talking about here? Just like a little cold or what? What's up, Epic Globster? Welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully you're doing good. No rain. Finally got a bunch of yard work done, which was really nice. Yeah, it's always good to get yard work done. I hate yard work though, so I have a gardener. he gets the yard work done. I don't like doing yard work. So yeah. Just reeling over the Helldiver stuff. Really, is it? Or do you really feel that angry that you have to make a PlayStation account thing, or what? How you feeling on that one? The glasses. Been pretty darn good. Trying to find a new car. Oh, trying to find a new car. J2. Okay, what happened to your old car? Got to spend it with my mom and brother, so it was good. It's always good to spend time with family, Vice. I agree. Just a little cold. Okay, you taking some medication for that, Volcanic? What's up, Minato Mario? Welcome. Shaw says, I love DK64. For some reason, I preferred Yoshi's Story, though. Yeah, I like yeah, I'd probably say I like Yoshi's Story. I think it's because Yoshi's Story, it's got that silky smooth 60 frames per second. It's got, pretty, simplistic design, but it's like fun to just kind of, there's like a rhythm you can build with Yoshi's Story. Let's see here. Accident, unfortunately. Oh no, sorry to hear about that, man. That sucks, J2. Sorry to hear about the accident, brother. Hopefully you can find something. I always say this when you're trying to find a new car. Reliable. Get something reliable. Affordable and reliable. Although the used car market, or the car market right now, is in shambles, dude. Like, everything's so expensive. But I mean, to me, I always say go with something reliable, No, I already have a PSN account. I just know the drama will probably kill the game, and it's rare for me to like a live service game. I don't think the drama's going to kill the game, because the game is selling incredibly well, even on PlayStation. So I don't think the drama's going to kill the game, because there's still a ton, millions upon millions of players on PlayStation. So I don't think it's gonna kill the game. I think it's gonna be fine. PlayStation users are just gonna be like, cool. And PC or Steam users that don't want to play, the 100,000 or 200,000 that don't want to play, there's still millions of people that will be like, all right, I'm good. I'm still gonna play, like, that don't have a problem with making it on PC. So I don't know. I think you're being a little bit too pessimistic with the outlook. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, personally, because there's a lot of people on PlayStation. Yeah, very similar to the Starlink situation with the interactive ships, guns, and characters. It worked well, but the novelty wore off. I believe the game had great potential, but lacked in some areas. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Ricardo. I think that the problem is that they got greedy. Ubisoft got greedy. Activision got insanely greedy. I mean, if they would have just made complete experiences and just made it a normal game and just had a normal $50 version of Starlink with the content in there, I don't think that's the time to experiment with that model. Like, and everyone said that. You can't sit here and say that, oh, it's hindsight. No, everyone was saying that beforehand. This Toys to Life stuff is kind of dead. Why do this? They should have reversed course. People were saying that at E3. People were saying that in the comment section. People were saying that in my videos. People were saying that in every single thing. We don't want the Toys to Life. Make it optional. Make it to where the content's in there. Why are they doing this? Like, it's not hindsight. Everyone was saying this before launch, and they had time to rip it out and just make it to where you can play as Star Fox and you can just get all the content. But they made it DLC packed. They made all sorts of nonsense decisions with the game, and I think it ended up killing Starlink, and it ended up, obviously, and that's Ubisoft, not Activision. But I mean, obviously, Activision had a ton of success with Skylanders, but they just ran it into the ground, They just ran it into the ground, and people got tired of collecting all those little toys and all that, So yeah. Hey, what's up, V? Welcome to the stream, young lady. How you doing today? Shout out to you guys. All give some love to V, one of the longest tenured, if not the longest tenured, Elite Ninja in the village. Yeah, you're basically paying for a new car with a used car. The when I realized that is like my car that's like from 2013, and I forgot how much did I get it for? I think I got it for like 13, like a Chevy for like 13,000. It was a pretty cheap car at that time. I looked at the value for the car, and the car has went up in value, even though it's a 2013. I'm like, wait a minute, how is it worth more than what I bought it for? That's insane. Like, that usually doesn't happen with used cars, but yeah, it's worth right about or a little bit more than what I bought it for, which is crazy. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's see here. Buy Kia, those are cheap and reliable. Yeah, you gotta just look to see what's in your area. Sometimes I like CarMax. I bought my last car from there, so I like CarMax. Tired, very tired. Get some rest, V, if you need to. Even Disney had some success with Toys to Life. Yeah, Disney Infinity was successful for a bit, but then they just started flooding the market with all these little toys. And I think it's sad that they're like, oh, well, since the toys don't work, no more making the game anymore. It's like, wow, what douchebags. It wasn't even about the game itself. It was just about selling toys like crazy. That's what I hate about it. It's like, wait a minute, what about the game? Nope. All it was about was selling toys. That's all it was about. Wasn't even about the game, man. So yeah. Since I still have my 2013 Kia Rio, drives like drives like a charmer. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Still got my 2013 Chevy, so I'm good for right now. I got it paid off, so I'm good with having no car payment. I'm good with no car payment. Yo, what's up? Goo the Champ. Welcome, man. Game being yearly was a mistake. Also, Walmart probably got tired of having to stock 1,000 toys. Yep, there's no room for that political channel. Exactly. Very good point. When you start making it every year, they probably should have made it like every 1.5 years. But they want to hit the holiday. They want to sit there and just rush them out. Every 1.5 to 2 years, you should have made a new game. And if they did it that way, and if you did less figures, and if you did it that way and gave people more content in the game, and only did it like a couple, maybe Spyro, maybe a couple, but why? I mean, you bombarded everything. They didn't think long term because they knew that it was a fad, it was a gimmick. If they thought long term, they would have been like, hey, let's work on the game quality. We don't have to sit there and rush a million toys. We can give you some of the characters in the game without having a toy. You can just switch to them. Everything doesn't have to be toy. Like, that's the sad part about it, man, because there's some good gameplay in those Skylanders games. It can be fun, it can be very fun. They're like, modern day, 3D, Diablo style action beat 'em up type of games, action RPG beat 'em ups. They're fun, but people ran it into the ground, man. I got my current car from CarMax. Fun fact, yeah, CarMax is good. A lot of options and selections, good stuff. People want new, refreshing things. Nobody wants the same dookie over and over again with the COD nonsense. Yeah, well, apparently people do, right? Because COD's still doing crazy good. Also, shout outs to you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button too. If you have not hit that like button, make sure you hit the like button. I'd appreciate it if you did. So thank you for that. So much junk going on in the landfill. Exactly. Seriously, it's just so much junk. I wonder where all those crusty toys are now at this point. Gaming God says, now with the Helldivers 2 controversy, can the game get Game of the Year nominations this year? I think that a game that's controversial can still get Game of the Year nominations. I mean, we've had Death Stranding was very controversial. That got Game of the Year nominations. So I don't think the controversy makes it to where it can't get Game of the Year nominations or even win a Game of the Year category. I mean, Bayonetta had all sorts of controversies, and it won Action Game of the Year at the Game Awards, Bayonetta 2 had controversy when that game came out. People complaining about the sexuality and all that. And that got nominated for Game of the Year as well. So, no, controversy does not mean that you won't be nominated for Game of the Year. COD gamers always complain about not having good games. That's why I don't really pay attention. If anybody loves COD, I don't pay attention to them when they complain about not having games to play, because you're a COD fan. You don't get to speak about that. Let's see. Hogwarts Legacy, amazing, yet no Game of the Year nominations at all. Hogwarts Legacy was not even rated in the top rated games of the year, though, Gaming God. Like, I think that your own personal opinion of Hogwarts, that's fine. But if you look at the games that were nominated for Game of the Year, they were all higher rated than that game. And you can arguably say that they were all better than Hogwarts Legacy. So last year was just a crazy popular year. Like, we had a bunch of super high rated games. Hey, what's up, TH3? So like last year, look at the nominations last year, bro. Look at the nominations. You had Mario, you had Zelda, you had Baldur's Gate, you had Alan Wake. You just had crazy high nominations for the game. So that was, I mean, any other year, it might have got in, you know, but the game was rated like what, in the mid to low 80s, mid 80s. So it's a good game, but I don't think that was what stopped it from getting a nomination for Game of the Year. I don't think so. It was just crazy, you know, big year last year. That's it. Less than 2 weeks of school left. Finally here. Let's go. Hey, shout outs TH3. No summer school. I played Hogwarts for 3 hours and got so bored I stopped playing it. Hogwarts is good. It's just for people that really love the Hogwarts or really love the Harry Potter franchise. Like, if you really love Harry Potter and that world and all that, then I think Hogwarts is great, you know. But if you're not as big into that world and the setting, then it's not so much. They couldn't pay me enough for that. no summer school. It's all good, THC. We're just talking about the canceled Donkey Kong game. If you're just getting into the stream, I see we got a lot more people watching now. Basically, there was a, I'll go over the Cliff Notes version. There was a canceled 3D open world Donkey Kong game that Vicarious Visions was working on from Activision. And essentially, that was the beginning of the tail end for Vicarious Visions after that got canceled. Nintendo loved it. They wanted to continue on with it, but Activision figured that it's not going to make them more money than Call of Duty, so they wanted to put Vicarious Visions on Call of Duty. People started leaving and ended up imploding the company. The company ended up getting absorbed into Activision Blizzard. And yeah, now they have formed a new company of many people that worked at the previous Vicarious Visions that worked on Mario Kart Home Circuit, which I never knew. But that was pretty much it. And we also have confirmation that that Bobby Kotick is a slimy douchebag. And yes, he did 100% send a threatening voicemail to one of his female employees that threatened her life. And he apologized for it, and they settled out of court. But yeah, that is 100% proof, like facts. Like, we had a big discussion argument a year or two ago where somebody tried to say that Bobby Kotick was, we don't know, it's not true, or it's unproven. And no, it's 100% proven that Bobby Kotick sent a threatening voicemail, threatening the life of an employee, and he apologized for it because there was actual proof. Like, they played the voicemail, you know, that was part of the evidence. The voicemail was played, and it is real, and he did threaten the life of that employee. So now we have 100% proof of that. And he settled out of court. He did not want to go to court for that. So yeah. So there's also that too. Let's see here. He says Hogwarts Legacy is better than Tears of the Kingdom. At me, I think you mean don't at you. I mean, if you feel that it's better, that's fine. I mean, that's fine if you think it's better. I don't, but if you do, cool. Like, nobody needs to argue with you. It's just an opinion. I mean, if you think it's better, that's fine. Activision missed these Switch dollars with their stupid Donkey Kong cancellations. Yeah. Why did he threaten her life? She was probably like a whistleblower or something like that. Probably was going to say, hey, I'm being harassed, or things like that. Like, trying to give up information on the company. When it comes, or like basically try to say like, hey, you know, like, I'm being harassed, or there's problems. And Bobby Kotick did not like that, because Bobby Kotick also hid the fact that abuse was going on with employees, and he knew about it, and he did nothing. He did nothing. He also backstabbed one of his other female employees, like an executive there, when all this was happening, and like the whole abuse and all that, when they got sued by the state of California. Bobby Kotick, there was a lady who was like the executive, like the women's whatever for Activision, and she put out a tweet saying, hey, there's been a lot of misinformation and all this. She put out that, not tweet, my bad. She put out an email, like a company-wide email, and people got so salty and all that, and then she ended up resigning, you know? But then later it was revealed that Bobby Kotick forced her to do that, and when it happened, he let her fall on the sword for that. Like, he's a slimeball, dude. He completely put her up to that. And then she ended up having to resign due to all the pressure. And then Bobby Kotick was like, "Oh yeah, I'm appalled by this. You know, like we got to do better." It's like, wait a minute, dude, you're the one who told her to do that. What do you mean? Well, what a backstabbing douchebag. You know. So yeah, he also did that as well, by the way. All of this is documented in the most recent Did You Know Gaming documentary. Check it out. The Lost Donkey Kong game and Activision Blizzard. So yeah. Hey, what's up, the Great Wall? Welcome. Yeah, pretty much scumbag. That's what happens though when you're worth a bazillion dollars, you know. Thought gaming has been this year's been kind of mid so far. COD won't save it. Yeah, I mean, up until Stellar Blade, I think Stellar Blade is really good. So I'm having a ton of fun in that game. I played a lot of it last night and during the Spawncast. So it was pretty good. Let's see here. And Unicorn has been good. But yeah, basically he had so much money he felt that he could do no wrong. And really, it took Microsoft, buying Activision Blizzard for him to even be held accountable, because even after all of this was revealed in court and revealed, he still held on to his job. So if Microsoft didn't buy Activision Blizzard, this would have never happened. And there's also proof, and there was information that Liam Robinson uncovered that Bobby Kotick didn't want to be bought by Activision Blizzard at first because he knew the end was near. Now listen, Bobby Kotick could have made way more money if Activision Blizzard was not bought by Microsoft, because he knew that once Microsoft took over, he'd be replaced because of the controversies. So he could make way more money simply them not being bought out. Now, yes, he got his golden parachute, but if you think about it, some of his compensation packages were $100 million a year, you know, plus. So he could, I mean, if he was at Activision for like another, let's just say 10 years, think about how much more money he could have made, right? And he's greedy. Like, Bobby Kotick is a greedy douchebag. He wants all the money. You know what I'm saying? He wants every bit of it. He wants every bit of money that he can get. You know, he is a greedy SOB. So, like, yeah, that he didn't want them to be bought out because he knew what would happen. He knew good and well what would happen when he got bought out. I wish World Renown was here so we can talk about this with him. I think Stellar Blade is the best game this year so far. Yeah, I'd have to agree. Has COD ever saved anything? I mean, well, it makes a ton of money, so I mean, it's just super. It just makes a ton of money. Hey, what's up, Follow Nick? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs. So it is what it is there. I haven't bought an Activision game since Lost Kingdom 2 on the GameCube. Maybe I'll give one of their games a try again since Bobby left. Yeah, Bobby's been gone, and obviously they're under new management with Microsoft and everything. So yeah, I think I don't mind buying Activision stuff. I mean, Activision stuff is okay, but I mean, I don't really buy it much, or really at all, to be honest. So yeah, I don't really buy Activision games, but you know, people do like Activision games. People do like them. They do think that they're good. So, but me, I'm not really one of them. But I guess I did buy Diablo for $20. So yeah. Unicorn is still my favorite game of the year, personally. Yeah, right now for me, it's like Unicorn. It's like Unicorn, Prince of Persia. I think like the top three for me right now is Stellar Blade, Unicorn, or Stellar Blade, Prince of Persia, and Unicorn. Those are like my top three right now for game of the year. Just my own personal top three. So yeah. This is Gaming God says, why do people celebrate Xbox losing to PS? Competition is good instead of monopoly, and right now PS is monopolizing everything. Yeah, I don't think it's a monopoly because there's still Steam, there's mobile, and there's Nintendo Switch. So I don't see how it's a monopoly when there's other entities that are just as big, if not bigger, you know, overall. So I don't see it as a monopoly yet. Especially Sony doesn't see it as a monopoly, as they had to drop their forecast in terms of system sales because they weren't selling enough systems that they thought they were going to sell. So I don't think Sony sees it as that either. They've also had a ton of layoffs too. The last Activision game I thoroughly enjoyed was Sekiro, and that was from Software developed. Yeah, that's true, but Activision published. As for Down, FF7 is still the game of the year for me, but we could have OW1 case where multiplayer only game takes the game of the year. I don't think there's going to be a multiplayer Overwatch. I don't think there's going to be a multiplayer game that takes game of the year. I think it's going to be right now. If I had to pick like a Keighley Award game of the year, it'd be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I mean, that's what I think the journalists would vote for right now. I don't know about later though, once other games come out, but right now it'd probably be FF7 Rebirth for the Keighley Awards. FF7 Rebirth would probably be the game, but I think right now if I had to give like the Keighley Awards their best games, it'd probably be like Yakuza Like a Dragon. It would be right now at this point, it'd be Yakuza Like a Dragon. It would be FF7 Rebirth. It would be probably be like Prince of Persia would be another game. I mean, maybe Stellar Blade makes it in right now. But yeah, there isn't a ton, really. Maybe Stellar Blade makes it. And I'd probably say like another game would be maybe Unicorn would make it right now. Right now at this point, maybe Unicorn would make it. Oh, and Helldivers. Yeah, Unicorn and Helldivers. That would be like the 6 games that I would pick right now. Yeah, Helldivers. For this is the Keighley Awards. FF7 Rebirth, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Helldivers, Stellar Blade, Unicorn, and Prince of Persia. So yeah, that would be it. Hey, what's up, Rax the Great? Hey, how you doing today, brother? Welcome. Oh, we also have information from Activision that they canceled. We got more information. Like, we knew about this, but Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, Vicarious Visions wanted to have that. They wanted to include it all into one package. So you got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, and 4. All in one package. Imagine that. Wow. And Activision shot it down because it would be too much money. Of course they did. Of course they shot it down. But yeah, they wanted to do Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then later they just wanted to do, okay, just Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. And they said no. Activision shot down all, even though Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 sold really well, you know. So yeah. Gaming isn't in a good spot right now. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll get better though. Once the Switch 2 launches, I think things will get considerably better. Xbox is the direct competitor to PlayStation though, and that's fine. But that doesn't mean you have a monopoly on game. Like the dedicated hardcore HD twins or whatever you want to say, that's not the mark. That's not what a monopoly is though. A monopoly isn't our own little bubble of what we like. A monopoly would be all of gaming. So in order to say like it's got a monopoly, you have to prove that it would be over all of gaming. And no matter what people try to say, direct competitor, Nintendo is in the same space as Microsoft and Sony. They are in the same sales charts. They are in the same NPD. They're in this. Some of them get the same games. So I know people like to just separate the two because Nintendo doesn't make a system as powerful or PC or whatever the case is, right? But no matter what, if you're looking at it for like what's a monopoly or not, you got to look at the games that are competitors. Nintendo, no matter what anybody says, they're a competitor because there are games that Sony wants you to buy on their system and not Nintendo's system. So therefore competitor. Now, if everything was separate or a completely different type of market, like the mobile market, for example, then I can understand. But there are cross-gen games. There are games that are on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation. That's competing hardware right there. Unicorn Overlord is on PlayStation and it's on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo wants you to buy it on their system. PlayStation wants you to buy it on their system. That is competition. When the Switch 2 comes out, it's going to have a bunch of games that Sony usually gets. Like, let's say, Metaphor, Refantazio. That's a game that would usually be, or Persona, right? When Persona 6 comes out, that's going to be on everything. And Sony usually gets all of those Persona sales. They're not getting all those Persona sales now. Now people are buying Persona on PlayStation. Or sorry, on Switch. They're buying it on Xbox. So, yeah, that's called competing hardware, in my opinion. You know? Let's see here. See, Sony has consistently been underperforming in terms of hardware sales. It's been 4 years, and they're still trailing behind PS4 hard. Well, they're not trailing behind PS4 hard. They're just a bit behind PS4. They're a little bit behind PS4. So getting Tony Hawk Underground remake will never happen. I highly doubt that we'll get a Thug remake. I mean, maybe it's possible, but I mean, I'm not sure how it would get done. But I mean, I think Thug 1 and 2 would be good. for a remake. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. So yeah. Oh man, if World Renowned is here, he'd probably repeat the same thing as last time. Most part defending Bobby Kotick. He can't, because I'd play the clips where it was 100%. It was 100% factual. This is factual things that's public information that you can just go look up. Bobby Kotick 100% apologized, and they did admit to him threatening the life of another employee. That's not even. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That happened. You know. Is the Donkey Kong game real? Yes, it was real, but it got canceled. I think Unicorn Overlord sold best on Switch. Unicorn Overlord sold best on Switch by a good amount. I made a video on it the other day. The MPD sales were revealed, and Unicorn Overlord didn't even chart in the top 10 on PlayStation or Xbox. And there's no PC version. So Unicorn Overlord, it racked up to number 8 on the MPD boards, right? So it got to number 8 on the MPD boards here in the US. And it wasn't in the top 10 for Xbox, and it wasn't in the top 10 for PlayStation, but it was number 2 on Nintendo Switch. And once again, there's no PC version of the game. So that tells you everything that you need to know. That the majority of sales were on Switch for Unicorn. So most people bought it. The reason why that it got to number 8 on the MPD charts is because the Switch version. So yeah. Yeah, I think they should have brought Unicorn to PC, but I don't know what happened. There was some type of thing to where it wasn't going to be put on PC. I don't know what the deal was with that, but something happened within the development. I think they said something about running out of money. Like they couldn't make a good PC version of the game. Rescue Squad with the 7 months. Thank you so much, Rescue Squad with the 7 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. If you guys have more questions about the canceled DK game, let me know in the chat. Thank you for the 7 months, Rescue Squad. You're getting near that 1 year. Demon Souls on PC. I don't know if is Demon Souls on PC yet, guys. Really, the best PS5 exclusive is Demon Souls, and that was a remake. So there you go. Until Stellar Blade. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good exclusive. I mean, I would say Returnal for me would be the best one. Let's see, but it's only speculation. We don't know for sure. Switch 2 will get all those big third-party games. Maybe Persona 6 will be PS5 time exclusive like Persona 5 was. I don't think so. I don't think so. And Persona 5 was not a timed exclusive. Persona 5 was just an exclusive. There was no information or anything that Sony paid for any exclusivity of Persona. It was just an exclusive. It wasn't timed. It was just an exclusive until Atlas decided to make the game on other platforms. Just like SMT5, there was no timed exclusive. They just decided to make SMT5 exclusive until they didn't. So no, that's incorrect. Now, when it comes to there's no, it's a speculation. It's not speculation. It's people that have actual information that are talking about this that have been right before. So it's not speculation. The difference between speculation is people just saying, hey, maybe, hey, the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have better hardware, so maybe it gets more third-party games. That's speculation. This isn't that. This is somebody that says, hey, look, I have information based on my track record because I have sources that say Switch 2 is going to get way more support based off of X, Y, and Z. So those are two separate things, gaming gods. So I just want to make sure that we're clear on that. Speculation is just randomly just saying things based off of what you think. It's not speculation that Switch 2 is going to get more third-party support or that it's going to get like more Sega support. It's based off of what Midori has said, which Midori has gotten multiple things right on the Sega and Atlas stuff. So there's a difference. No, that's not what speculation is. No, speculation is, like I said, randomly just saying, hey, I think. If someone actually has information and they say, hey, look, this is what's happening because I have information, that is different. It's like a rumor, right? You can say that's a rumor, or you can say that that's a report. They're reporting on what they are saying. But no, that's not what speculation is. Speculation is just, hey, I think. I don't have any solid information, but I think. Keep this in mind, guys. By the way, just keep this in mind. I went to communication and I did journalism a bit as well in college. So there is definitely two different things between speculation and reporting and rumors, okay? These are different things. So, I mean, Eric, if you're trying to tell me what speculation is, trust me, I know the difference. And I've been doing this for a very long time. I would not sit here and lie to you guys or make up stuff, speculate on different things. I know what speculation is. I know what rumors are. I know what reports are. There's three different things here, okay? So we need to make sure that we're very clear on which is what and what is what. If it's speculation, trust me, I tell you guys, hey guys, I think Switch 2 is going to get more support because, you know, it's going to be more powerful. That's what I would say. But it's not that. It's based off of, like I said, information that people do have. Third-party developers do have kits. And I know that for 100% fact that they do have kits. I mean, obviously they have kits. But I know that for a fact that they have kits. And that's where this information kind of leaks out from, you know, is from that type of stuff. Let's see here. I guess that's what Renown isn't here. He can't accept Bobby Kotick admit what he did. No, dude, it's a Sunday. It's a random Sunday. I think he's probably spending time with his family or doing other things. He doesn't have to be here for that. So yeah. But it is what it is. Hey, what's up, 10,000 Noodles? Welcome. Yo, OJ, I got a question. Is there a physical version of Unicorn Overlord and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink? There are physical versions of both of those games. Yes, there are. There are. Yeah, I had no idea what the hell you're talking about, 10,000. Anderson Blitz with the $1.99 says, Bobby Kotick, stop drawing devil horns on me. Yeah, we're gonna stop drawing those devil. No, we're not. Absolutely not, Bobby. What's up, Cosmic Naga? Welcome to the stream. Hello, OJ. Also, devs missing out on profits from not supporting Switch at launch can play a role. Well, Japanese devs for sure. Now, when it comes to Western support, guys, I'm with you there. There is no confirmation that we're going to be getting a ton of Western third-party support on the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know about that. But when it comes to big Japanese games, absolutely. Look, we even saw it with the Nintendo Switch with some of the Japanese games. Look at Unicorn Overlord. The developers specifically noted that because of the changes in the landscape. Remember, Unicorn Overlord, according to the devs, was only going to be PS4 and Vita. Those were the two platforms when they started developing it back in like 2017 or something like that, right? Those were the two platforms. And thank you, Anderson Blitz. They literally had to change it because they saw the landscape change from 2016, 2017 to 2023 when the game launched. The Japanese landscape significantly changed from PlayStation. You'll see PS4 titles, you'll see PS Vita titles. You'll see it went from that to pretty much all Nintendo Switch titles and some PS5 titles. Some PS4 titles, some PS5 titles, but dominantly Nintendo Switch titles. By 2018, 2019, it was pretty much all Nintendo Switch titles in the top 30 every single week, right? So they obviously saw that and had to reverse course, like they had to change course. There's not a single Japanese developer right now that is looking at the landscape of Japan and saying, we cannot have some type of plans for Switch 2. That's something that I can guarantee you, speculation, but I can get, based off information, I can guarantee you guys, there's not a single third-party Japanese developer that says we're not gonna have nothing. I guarantee you there will be at least one big game from pretty much every single major third-party developer on the Nintendo Switch 2, like within the first year or two. It's not gonna be a slow, oh, we didn't know. There are games right now from every single one of these guys. And we've already seen some of the proof of that. Bandai Namco gearing up. Koei Tecmo's already going to be on board. We already know about that. Sega now getting all their stuff over to Nintendo Switch. We're already seeing the move of that. We're already seeing that, you know? So trust me, it's going to happen. It's happening, more like it. We're getting COD, and I can't imagine that sports franchises are going to avoid Nintendo anymore. I mean, you can never really count on EA supporting Nintendo in any significant way, though. So I wouldn't bank on that. But I think that, like, yeah, FC is probably a guarantee. Now, I don't know about Madden, but I think NBA 2K still comes. So we still get NBA 2K on Switch, right? So that comes. And I know FC is on there. They finally got the Infinity or no, the Frostbite engine going, so we can get a better quality soccer game for Switch. Still not quite up to par, but it's better than what they did before. So I think that right there kind of tells you that they probably have a little bit, but we'll see about Madden though. I don't know about Madden. I don't like EA games. I don't like their sports games. I don't like the crap. I don't like 2K, so I don't really care. But yeah, I know a lot of people do like those games. Exactly. Christian Meworld. Speculation. Now, the activity of guessing possible answers to a question without having enough information to be certain. There you go. Let's see here. Do you think Square Enix will get another HD 2D game out next year on the Switch? I think so. I don't know what that game will be, though. EA can only see with minor IPs like Mirror's Edge, but they're big games. I don't know. Mirror's Edge, I don't know if they're ever going to bring back stuff like that. I see with EA, they're going to do stuff like FC on Switch 2. I think it's going to be FC. It's going to be, you know, maybe like if there's like a new Need for Speed, maybe something like that, Need for Speed, because they did have a couple of them They had Burnout Paradise on Switch, so there's gonna be some stuff. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be their biggest games like Mass Effect or Dragon Age. You know, I don't know if it's gonna be stuff like that. But I mean, their biggest IP is FC. Like that's EA. If you want to know like what's their biggest game, it's FC. That's their that's EA's biggest game because of the microtransactions. So I mean, that's on the Switch right now. So I'm pretty sure that'll be on Switch too. But their other big games, I mean, really all they've got is they've got Battlefield, they've got the Star Wars games, the license for Star Wars, but they don't have a ton. They've got Madden, but they don't. It's not like EA does a bunch of different types of games now. They do take smaller risks. So stuff like the Tales Kenzura, right? They like the EA originals. They had Wild Hearts. You know, they do take some, you know, original projects on Unraveled. You know, stuff like that. But yeah, really, they just kind of rinse and repeat their big games: Madden, FIFA, Madden, FIFA, Madden, FIFA, Madden, FIFA, Battlefield, Madden, FIFA, Battlefield, Star Wars, Madden, FIFA, Madden, FIFA, Star Wars, Madden, FIFA, Madden, Madden, FIFA, FIFA, Battlefield. I mean, it's really just those games. There's not really much else from them, you know. Yeah, Anthem. Don't forget Anthem, the one that's dead, the one that died right after launch. So yeah, maybe Dragon Quest 3 remake. Dragon Quest 3 remake. I mean, yeah, that's gonna come over to the Switch too. The JRPG revival, basically, thanks to Switch, Game Pass being the thing, also can help JRPGs get Game Pass money. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true. I thought Sims. Yes, I forgot Sims. Sims as well. Sims is also pretty big. Here's my invisible cloth, guys, that I'm gonna be cleaning. There's like a thing at the very top corner. I don't know what's going on. I gotta get it. But yeah, Sims as well. Sims is also pretty big. But no, FC is bigger. FC and Madden, I think, are bigger. They make more money than Sims because FC and Madden come out every year and have like the like have a crazy like Ultimate Team and microtransactions. So those make more money, from what I understand. Madden and FIFA are like the two biggest money makers for EA at this point because it's yearly and it's consistent revenue, consistent money coming in every single day. Right? They've got new money coming in from microtransactions, from card packs and all that. So yeah. Let's see here. Madden, FIFA, Star Wars, COD, Madden, FIFA, Star Wars, COD, Madden, FIFA, Star Wars, COD, Madden, FIFA, Star Wars. Well, yeah, EA doesn't own COD, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Like the people that just like, I remember one of my friends, I forgot who it was. Man, I remember one of my, I think it was a friend of a friend, and I remember going to his place in San Diego, my friend Snoop, but I forgot whose place that they were at, and I remember seeing his Xbox 360 games, and literally, it was just like Madden 08, Madden 09, Madden 10, Madden 11, Madden 12, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Black Ops, Call of Duty, like every single Call of Duty, every single Madden, every single like, the UFC game, back when the UFC game came out, like when they did those yearly, every single UFC game, what was it? Like it was just all Madden, NBA 2K, every single, like literally, like for like 10 years, just a repeat, rinse and repeat, and they were all mixed together. It annoyed me. I'm like, dude, if you're just gonna have Madden and Call of Duty and NBA 2K, at least put them in order from year. At least, so I took about 15 minutes putting this dude's games in order because it just irked me. I was already pissed off that that's all he had, but then it was like, yo, like he can't even he had NBA 2K 8 right by Call of Duty mixed in, and there was Madden 2011 and all these other, it's like, he had them all mixed up, man. But yeah, the dude had, they weren't even in order. They weren't even in order. It's crazy. Crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, casually Snoop Dogg. I'm casually friends with Snoop Dogg. I just ordered Temtem because of your video today. Thank you so much, Puchata. I appreciate that. Yeah. Hopefully it could turn out well. I mean, at the bare minimum, you got a game for a pretty good price, all right? So what happened with the Donkey Kong game? I dried mango. I already explained what happened to the Donkey Kong game. I asked you, you asked me, did the Donkey Kong game get canceled? And I told you, yes, it got canceled. I already explained it. You were here when I explained it the first time when you asked. I already explained it. But I'll explain it again, since you're asking me again. I'll explain it one more time for you. It got canceled. It got canceled because Activision did not want to go forward with anything that wasn't more Call of Duty or Destiny. So Call of Duty and Destiny, they wanted to go forward with those games, so they canceled it. Nintendo liked the game. It was an open world Donkey Kong game. They liked it, and they were going to continue working on it, but Activision was like, no, we want you to work on Destiny and Call of Duty. So they canceled it. Let's see here. I will say this, though. I'm holding out hope for a new EA college football. It could be horrible. I wouldn't care. You're holding out hope for the game. It's probably going to suck. Like, it's probably going to suck. Like, honestly, it's probably going to suck. Because Madden sucks. And they're going to use the same technology for Madden. Like, today's Madden is terrible. Like, there's a guy that I watch on YouTube. His name is Soft Drink TV. TH3, if you ever get a chance, check out Soft Drink TV. You'll love his channel. It's all sports games. All of the sports games, right? And he goes over a lot of like the cool sports games, but he also does like documentaries, like short documentaries on like underrated sports games and games from your childhood and things like that. It's fantastic. He's been talking about that game. Right, and he breaks down why Madden's not very good right now. Like, and listen, I've played the modern Madden. I've played a lot of Madden games, and like they started getting really bad, and they've been bad for a while now, you know. But yeah, Soft Drink TV. He talked about that game. If you want to hear more about why he's not so excited about that game, why he thinks that maybe it's not going to be good, even though he has a sliver of hope. But Madden is just a problem, man. It's just not very good. So yeah, but we'll see though. We'll see. The Mario sports games are the best, in my opinion. Mario sports games? I don't know if they're the best, but yeah, they're there. The only reason I'm holding out hope for is the Madden mobile crew is doing it, who are the original developers. Madden mobile is different from consoles. And say, oh, dude, that doesn't. TH3, you know what? Listen, man, brother, I feel you, man, but I don't know, dude. I don't know if that fills with any hope right there. Madden mobile. Madden Mobile. Sony is offering Paramount for $30 billion. Sony is unstoppable. All right, unstoppable. There you go. Let's see, Mario, Nintendo Football 2K24. Dude, that would be lit. Imagine if we got a 2K Madden or a 2K Mario football game. Give me 1 second, guys. My phone. I need to do some better styrofoam thing on this. This is stupid. All right. Madden mobile dev team made college football prior to it being discontinued in 2013. But okay, so I'm not sure who this Madden mobile team is. It just doesn't sound very promising. But I do think that, I guess that is a good sign, right? If they made the games before then, so yeah. Yeah, NBA Street Volume 3 had Mario and Princess Peach and Nintendo characters in that game. So yeah. Too bad Volume 3 is not as good as Volume 2, but it's still a thing. I'm putting Sonic at wide receiver and kickoff return. Well, Nintendo doesn't own Sonic, so if it was like a Nintendo 2K, I mean, Sonic wouldn't be in there. But yeah, definitely, if there was like a Smash Brothers 2K football, then yeah, Sonic would definitely be at receiver, for sure. Sonic would be at receiver or running back. One of the two. Punt return, kick return, receiver, running back, you know. Let's see. Mario is guaranteed a kicker or punter. Bowser's DT, Luigi's receiver or DB. Okay. I probably put Luigi at safety, man. Put Luigi at safety. Yeah. Defensive back, put Luigi at safety. Gotta put DK. Put DK at outside linebacker or defensive end hybrid. Put DK at that, you know. Who we got at quarterback? We definitely have to have what's it called? Falco at quarterback. He's a bird. You can jump up. Yeah, Falco at quarterback for sure. Captain Falcon at tight end. Let's see here. OJ, do you think what do you think about the new kickoff rules for the NFL? We'll see how it works out. Let's see here. Not yet, but given time, Sonic will be owned. I don't know, man. Sonic's pretty valuable. I don't see anybody picking them up. I don't see them picking them up. Falco, the QB, like the Keanu movie, the replacements. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Mario football game would be the only way for me to play American football game. Oh man, but man, I don't know. Part of it, you don't like. I think you would like NFL. Have you never played NFL Street, or like NFL like Blitz? I thought maybe you'd like a game like that. Like, because those games are like super fun. Let's see here. Joseph says, I already read that. My bad. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, that man? Welcome. I missed out on those games, but I watched gameplay before. Oh, okay, yeah. NFL Blitz is super fun. Like, I think that would be fun to play. That'd be super fun. I think you would like it because like you like arcade sports, like you like Mario arcade sports. So I think Blitz is obviously it's not Mario, but it has like the same arcade feel to it. But like Blitz is fun. NFL Street is super fun. You don't need to even really know football to play those games. Like you can just like mess around. Like, but they're really fun. NBA Jam. Oh, NBA Jam is awesome, dude. I love NBA Jam. Like the original NBA Jam, 2010 NBA Jam. That one's okay. But like NBA Hang Time, I did like those arcade basketball games. Those were super fun. All right, take it easy, Vice. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, but modern Mario sports games are mid as hell. Yeah, they're not as good as the previous ones for sure. But I'm just saying, Party Man just likes the Mario sports games. But I will say that Mario Tennis Aces is pretty good. I think that game's actually pretty good. So yeah, Party Man just said the same thing right now. Mario Tennis Aces is the best modern Mario sports game. Mario Golf is okay. Yeah, like I think Aces is actually pretty good. I would say that game is good now. It's a solid game now. Like when I played it, I think Party Man, you did like a sponsored stream for it, and like we played it. And like we had fun, man. It was good. There was 4-player online. It ran good enough. I remember playing the single player. It was okay. I mean, it was fun. Like the controls were good. Like it's got characters. That was okay. Battle League is a crime. Yeah, Battle League's not great. But Mario Tennis Aces is good. Golf is okay. Then Battle League is probably the worst out of the three. Yes, there was a DDR Mario game. There was a DDR Mario game. There really was. And it was good. It was good. Sluggers was really fun. I was never a big fan of Sluggers. Still mad about Battle League. Everyone's still salty. I mean, John's still mad about it too. He was upset yesterday on the Spawncast. So he was still upset about it. I'm not that upset because I don't really put any stock into Mario sports games. I'll keep it a buck. Like I've never really taken Mario sports games seriously. I just kind of play them randomly. So that's the reason why I'm not salty about them, because they were never anything that big to me in the first place. I never took Mario sports games seriously, like, at all, ever. And I never played them consistently. Like, I never got hardcore, like, except for Mario Golf on the N64. But that's because I had a lack of video games. We just didn't have money for games. So I did play that game a lot, but I never took it serious. Like, I never took Mario Party. I never took Mario sports games seriously at all. I would just play them randomly. And if they were good, cool. If they were not good, or if they were okay, I'd be like, whatever. Like, I never cared for Mario sports games. So yeah. So I still have the Mario DDR and the pad. Nice. The one Mario game where Waluigi was the bad guy. They should bring back NBA Jam. NBA Jam and NFL Street and a lot of those games, they're never coming back, man. They're never coming back. They're never coming back. And the reason why that they're never coming back is because EA are douchebags. Because EA are douchebags. That's the reason why they're never coming back. So, yeah, I mean, maybe there's something, but I don't see it being a thing. You know, I don't see it being like a big, huge thing. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Like, you can only do so much. You can only do so much. If you guys have not seen my most recent video, make sure you guys check it out as well. Make sure you put in your watch later. I have 10 Nintendo Switch games to buy now before Super Rare. So make sure you guys put that in your watch later if you have not seen it. I uploaded it this morning. Or this afternoon, sorry. And it was good. It's good. Open world DK game would have been peak, man. I know, it would have been good. It would have been good. But Activision said, nope, we're done. You're done. Activision said you're done. It would have been good. But yeah, it probably would have launched sometime in like, sometime in like 2021, 2022. That's what I'm guessing it when it would have been done. So we would have got it like in probably like the same year that Metroid Dread came out. So it probably would have been in that year when the game came out. That's what I'm guessing. 2021 or 2022. So yeah. So we can get a mid Peach game, but not a good good DK open world game. Well, that's Activision. Activision canceled the game. It wasn't Nintendo's fault. Activision canceled it. Princess Peach Showtime. I mean, that game is a mid-budget game. It's not a big, oh my god, you know, it's 6, 7 out of 10 type of game, and it didn't get canceled because it was cheap to make. DK got canceled because they didn't want to spend the money to make it. It was Activision's fault. You know, they didn't. No, not even they didn't want to spend the money because Nintendo would have funded it. They didn't want to spend the resources. It wasn't even about money. It was about resources. They didn't want to spend the resources, the development resources of them working on that instead of Destiny or Call of Duty, because Nintendo would have published the game and it would have mitigated the risk. But you have to split the profits with Nintendo on that type of game. And they thought that time would have been better used on making Destiny and making Call of Duty DLC and support for those games. So it wasn't even about the money. It was just simply about they didn't want them to spend their time on that. So yeah. Can we fund an F-Zero game now? I'm thinking Nintendo's probably gauging the interest for F-Zero at this point. Do you think we can finally get Wind Waker Twilight Princess? Yes, we've been asking this. There's been a million videos. Yes, it could happen. I've answered that question a bazillion times, and I know you're probably new, but we've got videos. Yes, it could happen. We'll see. Why ask Activision anyway? Because the developer behind it was Vicarious Visions. Vicarious Visions, who's owned by Activision, they are the ones that initiated this Donkey Kong talk. Even the Donkey Kong game, or the Skylanders Donkey Kong figurine and toy and all of that, that was developed by Vicarious Visions. They made that game. That was their in with Nintendo. Nintendo was very impressed with that, so they came back with another proposal for a Donkey Kong game. So they basically sectioned off a part of the studio. Only about 10 developers plus the founders of Vicarious Visions were inside this little room going over ideas and making a vertical like slice of gameplay to present to Nintendo. They did that. They presented it to Nintendo. Nintendo liked it and said, yeah. You know, they gave them a couple suggestions and said, yeah, continue on with it. We're okay with it, how it's going. Right now, everything's looking good. So continue on. Activision caught wind of it and was like, yeah, but that's going to take time and resources away from you guys making Destiny and Call of Duty. So stop making that. And force them. So that's the reason why. Because Vicarious Visions is owned by Activision. So Activision has to be involved. That's their studio, you know? So yeah, hold up. Is Bungie Activision? No, Bungie used to be with Activision. They got wrestled away from Activision, right? They used to have a deal with Destiny, right? And then they ended up just going independent completely, and then they ended up being bought out by Sony. Let's see. Say Nintendo couldn't buy them up if they liked them. They wouldn't let them. Activision wouldn't let them buy them. Vicarious Visions is a talented studio. However, there is a Vicarious Visions 2 that is available. They're called Velen. They got about 75 employees or so. Nintendo's worked with them before. Nintendo let them develop the game Mario Kart Home Circuit. So they made that game for Nintendo. So who knows? I think maybe that studio Nintendo will work on something in the future. There is hope that they will work on something. So Vicarious Visions right now, most of the people, a lot of the best people at Vicarious Visions are at this studio called Velen, an independent studio called Velen, that makes stuff, that makes different type of games. They also made Knockout City, if you guys remember that game. It's already been shut down, but they made Knockout City as well. They've got 3 games that they've made since 2021. So let me double check. There's one more. Velen Studio, Velan. So they've made 3 games here. They made Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. That's the toy car VR thingy or whatever, racing around in your home. So they made that for Nintendo in October 2020. And then in September 2021, they made Knockout City. That's like the dodgeball party game, multiplayer game. It's already been shut down, but they made that game. And then they also made Hot Wheels Rift Rally as well. So I do not know about that game, which it looks like it's the same concept, the same technology from Mario Kart Home Circuit, because you have kids playing with the tablet and then racing. So I think it's the same thing with that game. So yeah, they obviously have some talent. So we'll see what they do in the future. That was March 2023 that game launched. So I'm guessing they've been cooking something up within the next year or so. So we'll see what their next game is. When Donkey Kong's 40th anniversary, that's probably when the year they would want to release a game. Nintendo doesn't release games based off of anniversaries. We went through many years of anniversaries and not gotten new games for things. So I don't know if that means that they want to release something at that point or not. I mean, if it happens to fall in line with that, cool. But Nintendo is not beholden to anniversaries. That's one way to get yourself disappointed, is to think that anniversaries means they're going to launch games. It doesn't always work out that way with new games, but we'll see. I'm so ready for the next Nintendo or new console Mario Kart game for Switch 2. Mario Kart 8 Triple Deluxe. Oh man, Triple Deluxe, not just Deluxe, Triple Deluxe. I wish they would make a new Star Fox Adventure game. Felt like a Zelda game, but Star Fox style. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make any new Star Fox Adventure game. I mean, I think right now the best bet for like a Star Fox Adventure would just be getting the game ported over. So let's just get like a HD remaster of Star Fox Adventure. I think that would probably be like the first thing and step, and see how that does, because most people probably haven't played that game. DTA, don't trust Activision, pretty much. The studio buying trend that's become common talk is toxic and needs to stop. It halts development and prioritizes collecting IPs like Infinity Stones over making new games. I agree, TH3. That's a very good comment. Because like everyone says, buy this, buy that, buy this. It's like you don't have to buy everything. And yeah, like you don't have to. Like you can just, like if you want a new Donkey Kong game, 1, you can make one yourself. I mean, that's the first thing. 1, you can make one. 2, you can hire the people that was working on it. Like if you really want a new Donkey Kong game, I'm almost positive that this studio Valve, because the people that created it, they're like big Nintendo fans. They would drop whatever they're doing, or they would definitely create the Donkey Kong game with Nintendo. So it's really not up to about buying up studios to have them create some type of game for you. It's just, hey, you want them to create a game, let them create a game, you know, but you don't need to buy everything, you know, that just, I agree. Like, I think it's just, Microsoft has done this where they have this nature, Microsoft and Sony have this nature of like, buy it, buy everything, buy it, buy it, buy it. It's like, no, we don't need to, that doesn't need to be done. We don't need that, you know? So yeah, won't happen, but a Jet Force Gemini reboot would be absolutely sick. Yeah, that franchise is deader than dead, Rabby Rouser. Let's see here. Ducky, not gonna lie. Let's see. People want Nintendo to buy. I mean, people have always wanted Nintendo to buy studios, you know. But I realized after Nintendo didn't get Atlas, I realized, okay, that stuff's not gonna happen. They're not gonna buy anything unless they absolutely have to, or like it's something that's like crazy, right? Nintendo bought Next Level, but that's because they're about to go on the open market, and somebody would have bought them. Amazon, Google, somebody would have bought them that made them work on like 3D graphics for like Google Home Videos or something, or like Amazon. They'd be doing like the background graphics for like Amazon Prime, right? Like somebody stupid would have bought Next Level games, and they would have been working on stupid things. I guarantee you, because that's what Next Level. Look at their credits for all the games outside of Nintendo games. People just have them do stupid things. So if Next Level would have hit the open market, they would have just been doing something stupid. Trust me, it would have been something dumb. Somebody would have bought them, and it would have been dumb. Just like the people that created Killer Instinct. What are they doing? The people that created not Rare Killer Instinct, but the people that created Microsoft Killer Instinct. I think it was Double Helix or whatever. They went on the open market. I think Amazon bought them. What are they doing? Luna games or something like that? They ain't doing anything cool. They ain't doing anything cool at all, you know? So it's like, that's what happens whenever a lot of these companies hit the open market, man. Just somebody dumb buys them and they end up doing nothing, you know? So yeah. OJ, have you done a top 10 Super Mario game Switch vid? I have. Just Google, or not Google, just go on my video. I've done a top 5, I think. So I did a YouTube short, so I did a top 5. So you can check it out. It's less than a minute too. I got a question about Donkey Kong. She's about to put his people to make it. No, Platinum Games is not going to make a Donkey Kong game, Mr. Davis. I didn't mind them buying Next Level. No, I didn't mind that either. They had to buy Next Level. They had to buy Next Level. Yeah, Sony buying Insomniac, Bungie and MS buying Bethesda and Activision made no sense. Okay, yeah, I agree with Sony buying. I think Insomniac is okay because you already had a 20-year relationship of them making, first-party games for you. But yeah, randomly, Microsoft buying up Bethesda and Activision. That's corny. But yeah, Nintendo. Like, if you've been working with a small or a mid-sized or larger independent developer, you've been working with them and making games specifically where that game is tied to that studio, yeah, then buying them is okay. But yeah, like just randomly spending like billions of dollars on like these massive entities, it's corny, but it is what it is, right? Like they did what they wanted to do. So yeah, Nintendo would never purchase Activision. That's insane. Nintendo would never even think, and I wouldn't want that. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea for Nintendo to do that. Like, I wouldn't want that, and it would be silly. It'd be silly, and it's not worth it. It's not worth purchasing them for that price. Like, no. Yeah, I don't think Nintendo, let's check how much cash they have on hand real quick. I can double check. They absolutely do not have enough money to buy them. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. They could have bought Bethesda, but they could not afford, not even close, because you needed 70 billion to buy them. They have about on cash on hand. They have about $14 billion of cash on hand. So they could have bought Bethesda, but they could not even close to affording Activision. Let's hear thoughts on Megaton Musashi. I still need to pick up the game. I think it's out now, right? I gotta pick it up, but it looks good though. From what I've seen, I've covered it quite a bit. It looks good, but I need to actually buy it. Is there a physical copy of Megaton Musashi? Is there an actual physical copy of that game? Because I do want to pick it up. How did you forget that Microsoft bought Activision? Nintendo could have up to 150 billion in reserves, even if it wouldn't be enough. Most of the company's assets isn't cash. Well, I'm talking about just cash on hand. I'm talking about cash on hand, not value of company or that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like how much actual liquid cash do they have? You would need liquid cash for the transaction. When it comes to value of Nintendo, now Nintendo's value, that's obviously, their value is like, let's just say Nintendo said, hey, we're going to sell the Zelda IP. How much money could they get for the Zelda IP? They could probably get a king's ransom for that IP, right? People would probably go through heaven and hell to buy that IP. But yeah. No, Nintendo needs to buy Game Freak. Nintendo's not going to buy Game Freak, and they cannot buy Game Freak. Nintendo cannot buy Game Freak. They cannot, because they have a stake in Game Freak. And so does the Pokemon Company, but the Pokemon Company would never allow them to, and they wouldn't be able to afford them. Like, Game Freak's value in terms of just them and who they are, the people that run Game Freak, it's not really quantifiable. You cannot measure it, So there's no way, there will be no way that Nintendo would ever be able to buy Game Freak or anything like that, considering how Pokemon is constructed, who owns the IP, how it's split between Game Freak, Pokemon Company, and Nintendo. You can't just outright own them, no. So yeah. Why don't I want Game Freak being bought? Because it's stupid and there's no need for them to be bought, and because they're shared between the three companies, so there's no need, between Game Freak, between Nintendo, and between the Pokemon Company. the reason why I say I don't want them to be bought, because it doesn't matter if they are or not. Like, it's irrelevant, and it's not going to happen. So there's no point in even saying it, because it's stupid. They partly own the Pokemon franchise. They all work together to get the games going or whatever. There's no point. It's not going to change anything, you know? There's no reason to do it, and it's not going to happen. So it doesn't matter. It's good that Japanese laws are different from us. Can't mess up any of those companies. Yeah, seriously. Nintendo's the strongest first party available. So if Activision Blizzard King is worth 60 million or 60 billion, Nintendo might be insane. Yeah, you can't really quantify right now the number that Nintendo, like a Nintendo IP would, like a big Nintendo IP, like Mario or Zelda. If Nintendo said, "Hey, we're gonna sell Mario," how much would that be worth? Like, I don't think anybody could right now would be like, nothing would be said right now. Like, there's nothing that we can sit there and say, "Oh yeah, it's worth this much." All we can do is say maybe approximate, but the true value of a Nintendo, like a Zelda, the true value of like Zelda, Mario, or like let's say, Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, or Animal Crossing. There's not really any number that you could truly say what it'd be worth right now. A trillion for I don't know about a trillion. I don't know about a trillion, but like Pokemon, maybe, yeah, maybe Pokemon. I don't know. You'd be able to make infinite money with Pokemon though, right? Mario is just like, it's an infinite money making machine, but like Mario, it's like, it's interesting though. Like, I don't know if Mario would be, but it'd be worth a lot. I'm not sure. Smash Brothers, you can't really do Smash Brothers because Smash Brothers has like a lot of third party, but I guess if you just break it down to its core, the entity of Smash Brothers, yeah, that's worth a lot, but that's a bunch of other IPs too, so you'd have to have ownership over the other IPs, right? So Smash Brothers is not something that could be purchased like that. Trillion is way too much. But Pokemon, if Pokemon was up for sale, I think somebody would put together $1 trillion. If I had to guess, if Pokemon Company said, we're out, we're done, we're gonna get rid of it, somebody would put together some type of crazy amount of money to buy it. I don't know how, I mean, it'd be Apple. I think Apple would be like, all right, how do we get this? You know, what do we do to get this IP? Apple would do it. They put it on the App Store and they microtransaction the hell out of every new events. They turn it into some crazy live service microtransaction App Store phenomenon. I mean, and I bet it'd probably be pretty big. But I'm pretty sure somebody would put together that, you know, and say, okay, we're gonna do it. Shout outs to Sicilian with the two says about Tree Fitty. Thank you for the dono, man. I appreciate that. Shout outs. Apple or Google, yeah, somebody crazy would put together the money and see if they can buy it. Because Pokemon is, and like I said, if you put it on the App Store and you did microtransactions and all that type of stuff, I mean, it can turn into something insane, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it turns into something crazy. So Apple would charge you just to look at Pikachu. The funny thing is that, like, the Pokemon Company definitely, like, they leave the money on the table too, when it comes down to it, because they don't charge for DLC and like, oh no, they charge for DLC in Pokemon games, they do, but like they don't do like individual like Pokemon DLC packs and things like that, or like microtransaction Pokemon, like random Pokemon like DLC in the main games. They do that in like their card games. Yeah, you can do that in their card games. But like there's definitely like more money that they could be doing, you know, more money stuff. So I got some potato chips and a half-empty bottle of Sprite for Devil's Third series. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's all it's worth, man. Devil's Third. It's not worth much. Not worth much. Oh man, shout outs. Let's go. But all right, guys. We are going to wrap it up here. We pretty much did. I gave you guys an hour 30. Gave you guys a little bit more for the bonus stream. So thank you guys so much. I do appreciate the donos. I appreciate you guys coming out to the stream today. We will talk more about the Donkey Kong game tomorrow as well. So we will talk about that some more. And we'll discuss some other things as well. So Look out for that tomorrow, or wait a minute, or wait, maybe Tuesday. I think I might take tomorrow off. I'm not 100% sure. But thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream today. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream, but yeah, it's a little bonus stream that I had for you guys. So check out my most recent video if you have not seen that video. But I think I'm gonna get a video, going on a video for you guys for tomorrow. So I'm gonna have a video for you guys tomorrow. So I'll probably work on that. Maybe no live stream tomorrow, but we'll have like a video though for sure. Probably like a Switch list or something like that. Another big video. So yeah. Or I'm gonna work on that Metroid. Yeah, I need to work on that Metroid video that I want to make for you guys. Yeah, the Metroid video. So all right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to the stream today. Thank you guys for being awesome. Check out the vids on the channel. We had a new buy now before rare 10 Nintendo Switch games. So check out that vid. It's already doing well. So thank you guys so much for your support. And we will see you. We will see you probably tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow for another video. All right, guys. Love y'all. Shout outs. Thank you to David V. Ending the stream is the Stream Ninja and Stream Hokage. And we will see you guys for the next one. All right, peace. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream today. Love you guys. Love all you guys here in the chat. Thank you guys so much.